How to lose your Bitcoin? Let's go learn 5 ways we can lose our Bitcoin. I hope I hope we never use these ways, but some people are just gonna make those mistakes, and you want to make sure that this doesn't happen to you. It doesn't happen to your friends. So the first way you can lose your Bitcoin is to leave it on exchanges. So I don't know if many of you guys were here when exchanges like MyGox they was went down. That was a few years back, and I wasn't even in the market. I didn't even know what Bitcoin was. Like, I guess I was in high school and too busy doing math and algebra. Um, and I was too dumb and stupid to learn about Bitcoin back then. But a lot of people was having a lot of trouble getting their money out of my GOX. So unfortunately, those people lose their Bitcoin. Some of them they were lost forever because the owners they didn't. Back then, you didn't have to give your full name and your proper address and things like that. So even if they are doing redistribution, you may not be qualified to receive your Bitcoin back. Um, there's a lot of bad things, and like for so many years, every year they say they're gonna return those Bitcoin, and a lot of people haven't seen that Bitcoin ever since. So that's a very bad thing. You should never leave your Bitcoin with somebody else, an exchange, institution. It doesn't matter. They can all go down. There is somebody who can print more Bitcoin to give you. So never leave them on exchange. We have also this Quadriga exchange CEO. I think was found dead. And with all the Bitcoin, I think he had the private keys with him. So you don't do that, right? So and this still gonna happen every year. We have a few exchanges go down, and people lose all their money. So don't leave anything on exchanges. Now it's so easy to just send your Bitcoin in a wallet. We're gonna get to that, and so there's other scam as well, right? You don't want to get involved in a scam like website and you put your money there and then um, they loan it away and then now you lose your money. So the second way you can lose your Bitcoin is to save your seed phrase on the cloud, or give it to people online. Like if you send your seed phrase, for example, on let's say Google Doc or a place like a Google Cloud, right? Any place you save your Bitcoin online, it's unsafe, right? If you have your Bitcoin online or on your email anywhere, consider that Bitcoin has hacked Bitcoin. Consider that Bitcoin is a lost Bitcoin, and you should do go as quickly as you can to recover that Bitcoin if it's still there, and then and then get a hardware wallet and then put it in a cold storage wallet. And I I have a lot of videos on this channel how to set up your hardware wallet. So it's simple, right? Just don't leave your passphrase online, right? Don't send a picture. Don't take a picture of it. Don't email it to yourself, right? Consider that as a lost Bitcoin, because even if the even if Google or Apple don't get hacked, your account can get hacked because your account is just a password, right? Like it, like it's so easy to guess somebody's password. So don't let that happen to you. So don't send it to anybody, right? Don't send your password to anybody. Don't take a picture of it. Don't say the words out loud in front of your phone or beside Alexa. Don't do that. Uh, they know it. They're gonna know it, and they're gonna take your Bitcoin um, if they get hacked, right? So the third way you can lose your Bitcoin is to not buying a hardware wallet. Now, so I have a few hardware wallets here you can use. The cheapest one I found was a Trezor. It's a simple wallet. That's a 34 bucks. Um, Simple two button, and you have a screen, right? And the other one is about 79. Also a good price, right? And the next step would be 169, also with the screen. I'm not sponsored by this company. You should, if you buy your hardware wallet, it doesn't matter. You should go straight to the website of the company, um, with the official website. Right? You could get it from there. Don't buy it on Amazon. Don't buy it on eBay. Right? To probably maybe those wallets already compromised, and you go put your seed phrase onto them, and then it's all stolen. So never do that. Um, there's Jade. Also, Jade is a good one. It's about 114 Canadian right now, below 100 US. So it's not a bad deal, right, for financial freedom and protection. You can get also, also Jade is also, you don't need to connect your device to your laptop. You can do air gap, right? Just download your transactions on uh, on a memory card, micro SD card. You can use Bitkey also is a good one. Um, it's just 150 US. I mean, it's simple, easy to use, right? And you just connect it. Um, you can use it on your cell phone, smartphone. So I would say anything above $5,000 is something that should be on a hardware wallet security, because your phone is easy to hack. And when you have your wallet on your software wallet, let's say you have a Green wallet or a Phoenix or a Moon wallet on your phone, that wallet is a hot wallet because it's online. And if you have a significant amount of money, let's say you have $10,000, if a hacker find a way to get in, they will get those seed phrase and they steal your Bitcoin. Now, if you have below 2,000, that's not a big of a stretch because maybe they don't want to go after that. But if you have above $10,000, that's a lot. But even 2,000 is still a lot because in the next 5-10 years, 2,000 can be above 6 to 5, above 6 to 7,000, and even 10,000. So it makes sense to get a hardware wallet, right? A simple bit key, just spend some money, right? It's gonna pay off, right? Like, well, you want a security for everything, or you want to lose everything, right? But again, if you have like a few $100s, right? You want to pay for coffee, you want to pay for a few things, or you want to save to see what it does for now. I'm not saying go get a hardware wallet right now to save $500 to $100, but I think if you are in the 2,000, 5,000, you should get a hardware wallet, like a simple wallet to store them. And I'm not saying you should get a cold card right now, right? I'm just saying you get something simple, right? Like a J, 34 bucks, right? And then put that $5,000 there, right? In the next 5 to 10 years, maybe you have 50,000, right? So you know it's there, right? That's the thing. That's the point. And we're gonna go more deeper into this. So you have to buy a hardware wallet. If you don't buy one, that's another way you can lose your money. The fourth way you can lose your money if you want to lose your money is to trade your Bitcoin for altcoins, right? They call them shit coin. Um, so I think they are, most of them. And basically, anything that's not Bitcoin is a loss. You're gonna lose your money. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like all those things out there, they're just trying to get your Bitcoin, right? Like all of these OGs creating those coin, they know what they're doing. They're not playing with you. They are not your friend. There's no like such community thing. It's all like it's all fun and games until you lose like 90% of all your money. So I mean, if you want to have fun, you have some money to lose, like that's okay. But anything you won't plan to save for your kids, for yourself, next 5 to 10 years and 20 years, you should take it seriously. You should just, leave it on Bitcoin. Maybe you don't do it 10x, 100x in 5 months, but maybe you just do 10x in 5 to 10 years, right? It just, it just like extend your time horizon, right? And you'll see everything go way better, right? So you're just patient. And by the way, it never works. And if you want proof, here's the proof. So this is a chart of Ethereum, right, against Bitcoin, right? You see here where it picked and then it go drop all the way down. And it picks and then it drop down. All in the bear market, it's all crash. It's do terribly. And a lot of people think they're gonna have time to trade back. Well, you don't. You're not gonna have time when the price is peaking and those altcoins are going up higher. And you may think, oh, I'm just gonna convert. Right? You're not gonna have time because when it crashed, look at this crash. When it crashed so fast, you're gonna be regretting not selling back into Bitcoin, and then you're gonna keep it there until it go all the way down to zero. It's the same thing that's happening right now. Look at the price, right? So it's crashing, right? So um, I mean it's the same thing. This is, Ethereum is a bigger one, right? Just like one of the biggest altcoin out there. But it's kind of the same. It's the same model for everything else, right? In the bull market, when Bitcoin is going up and all those things coming up, right? It's a momentum thing. It's an arbitrage of the trend, right? It's an arbitrage on the trend, like Jack Ma is saying. Um, See when they're going up and then they're crashing like this, right? Against Bitcoin. These things, these charts against Bitcoin. This is against BTC, right? It's crashing against Bitcoin, right? The trend, look at the trend, all going down, right? So same thing for Dogecoin, right? Just go on the up and then crash, goes up, crash, and every time go to lower, and right, the top is getting um, smaller and smaller and smaller over time. So why? Because there's a reason, right? Bitcoin is fixed. It's hard to mine. It's difficult. It's scarce. And those things, they're not. They just create an infinite amount of them. And Doge is not hard to mine. It's very pretty cheap to get. The hash rate is not high, right? Like compared to Dogecoin hash rate and Bitcoin hash rate, it's not even comparable. It's like minuscule. It's a negligible amount of hash rate. There's not enough energy into this, right? The Bitcoin network, oh, like that's more than many countries' energy usage. And people look at that and they think, oh, that's bad. No, that's good. You want your money to have a lot of energy, to use a lot of energy, because that's a cost to create the money. That's a cost. That's a value proposition of the money. Because if it doesn't have energy, then all your time and energy are useless. That's what they're telling you when they're saying you need proof of stake. That means you want your time to be traded for nothing, right? It's the same thing as dollars, right? Just print them and give it to you, and you work all your ass off all day for the worthless things. So same thing. Any model you take, any crypto, give me a long enough time, it's gonna crash against Bitcoin over the long term. So um for this, we're gonna talk. Next one is the way you can lose your Bitcoin is to write down your seed words on a piece of paper and not on a piece of metal. So when you get your wallet, your hardware wallet, they send it to you with a piece of paper. Now you're gonna write down your seed phrase on that, and then if there's this water flood in your house, you lose it, right? Because paper is prone to damage and all that. Um, if you didn't memorize that seed phrase, you lose your Bitcoin. If your laptop is crashed and everything, right? So, and if you lose your phone, that's another problem. Um, if there's a fire, same thing, right? The paper could be destroyed. But you need a seed plate, right? And this is how a seed plate. I'm gonna show you a seed plate. This is how a seed plate looks like. Um, how you figure it out. You're gonna figure it out how to write down your words. So this, you see that those two column, those 12 column here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all like spaces where you can put your words. Right, this is for the first word. This is the second word, third word. Right, just punch a hole into the square. Right, the squares. Right, you'll find it out. You'll figure it out. Right, so just punch a hole here. Let's say that word is the, see, the first word here is F. Right, and then the second word, the first letter, sorry, is F, and then the second word is somewhere over or down here, and then the third is like the fourth is G. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's fourth is G. So um, it's simple to use, right? Just punch your letters right onto this, and then you have a peace of mind, right? You don't have to worry about it destroyed or like something happened to it, there's a wind or there's a flood of fire, right? You don't worry about that, right? And this is the punch. You just punch it in, and this metal, this piece of metal you use, and you use a hammer, any hammer. So amazing. You need a plate. You need a seed plate to put your words. Don't leave them on a piece of paper, especially they are a lot of money. If it's a lot of money, you need that. Don't. I'm not saying if you have, you know, 1,000 to just quickly buy a seed plate, but if that 1,000 become 10,000, then you need a good plate. Treat that good. Treat that Bitcoin good. Okay. And the sixth way you can lose your money if you want to lose your Bitcoin is to not use multi-sig. Now, this is two ways. If you use multi-sig the good way, properly, then you're good. And there's a bad way. If you use it wrong, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Okay? If you don't know what you're doing on multi-sig, just keep it simple. Use a single sig wallet and a hardware wallet. Okay? But if you have a good amount of Bitcoin, right? A significant amount, I suggest you use multi-sig. That at that point you're not subject to attack, right? So you're not subject to attack, and your Bitcoin is safe, right? So because you don't want anybody to get into your house or hit something and then hit you in the head and then get your seed phrase right anyway, right? So you don't want that. Um, so you just make sure you understand what you're doing, right? Don't try to be too technical. Don't try to be too smart and to lose it all. Just if just keep it simple if you want. Now, if you want multi-sig, right? Let's say use that big key thing, right? Big key. This is a simple multi-sig. I like it. Simple, right? You have the key. You have one key in the seed phrase with you, and the app has the key, and you can have one other key in the cloud or somewhere. Like you can have one saved in the cloud, encrypted, not like the encryption of like encryption of the key, not the key itself, not the passphrase, but the encryption of it. You have it encrypted there. You don't have the key there, but you have the encrypted key. So that's the difference, right? It's just a few numbers. They don't know how to decrypt it, right? So that's a few level of security. And if you want, you can use something like on-chain capital. I think now they call it on-chain. On-chain has a great service. It's very nice. Or you can use something like um, I think on-chain and BK is good enough. People say it's Casa. I'm not sure about them, so I don't know if I can trust them. But there are a lot of this service out there, and there's now I think there's the Bitcoin Way also. Again, I'm not sponsored. I'm not sponsored by them. But there's a lot more services. There's an excuse not to use them, and also there's non-chalk as well. You can just do your research on that, but it's necessary. It's important to know what you're doing. Don't do it by yourself. I wouldn't recommend do it by yourself because there's so many ways you can screw this up. Especially, for example, if you have a multi-sig, right? You have to save the file that the multi-sig is on, right? It's like a smart contract. The contract itself is the file, right? The wallet file need to be saved. If this is not saved, or maybe your laptop crashed, or something happened to your laptop, that Bitcoin is gone. It's the same. It's like the equivalent of losing your keys. So you need to save the wallet file. You need to save the passphrase of every key on that wallet, on this multisig, right? So you need to make sure you save them because if you don't have everything together, you're not gonna be able to recover your wallet, your Bitcoin. So that's why it's dangerous. That's why it's important to understand what you're doing. Not just do it by yourself, but use a like is a third, you know, party like custody system. And you have 7 ways to send your Bitcoin to strangers online for more Bitcoin. So now again, you're not gonna get it back. I don't care if it's Michael Saylor speaking, whoever. All those people, they're just scammers trying to get your Bitcoin. Michael Saylor will never make a video to ask you to send him Bitcoin. Never. Right? The guy is rich. He's already like multi-millionaire. Why would you think you're gonna ask you? You're gonna risk all his life saving, all his money to ask you if you Satoshi or some Bitcoin. No, he's not gonna do it. So don't fall for it. Right? Anybody who you see, it's all AI generated, and now it's so easy to spin up a video of somebody, anybody speaking, right? They can make a video of Trump, they can make a video of like Joe Biden, they can make a video of anybody speaking, tell you to send them Bitcoin. So don't fall for it, right? Think about it, like who is going to send you Bitcoin back? They don't even you have your like they don't even know who you are, right? You just send them their money, like they're just gonna take it. So the eighth way is give your Bitcoin for more yield. That's another way. That's another like way people lose money. They want to get more yield on their Bitcoin, more interest. It's not gonna happen, right? It's like yes, let me give you that for a few months, a few years, but at some point it's gonna go away, right? Because those guys are degens. They don't know what they are doing. A bunch of young guys, right? And what do you think? You think they're gonna work and make that money work for you? Like, it's like people don't understand. It's like Bitcoin is not a fiat currency, right? It goes up over time. When somebody borrow like a money that's going up over time, they have to work way harder. And then they have, let's say Bitcoin goes up. Let's say Bitcoin is up about what is it? Bitcoin is up 100 over 120% in the year, right? Let's say 100 because it's 120% in a year, right? Why would anybody, right? So if somebody lend a borrow Bitcoin from you, right? They have to work 100%. They have to return 100% more, 120% more to give you that Bitcoin back. Plus, they have to make a profit on it. So I just don't understand the yield thing, right? So it's a deflationary currency. So you're gonna have to trust that person. He has to have would have to have a great back track record on a business that's really really profitable, right? Otherwise, the person just gonna steal it. I mean, that's what people will find out the wrong way, the hard way on Celsius. So what was it? It was Celsius that you know, the scam. It was just I think the guy is in jail now for so many years. The CEO of that company, and they can take people Bitcoin and say they're gonna give them yield, and people think they're making money, right? And just all of a sudden, and they found out the Bitcoin was not there, and they was gambling. They was sending the Bitcoin to a bunch of real capital companies somewhere offshore, and everything collapsed. So you don't want to be caught up to that. So don't do it. Don't do yield farming. It's this is not a game. Bitcoin is not a game. It's a generational wealth. So just hold it, right? Just hold it. Keep it on a key. Just forget about it, or you wanna just keep it saved up. Leave it there. Don't move it. Don't try to, try to be smart. So, and the other way is to tell people how much you have, right? You don't have to tell people how much you own. If you want to tell somebody like a friend or a family member, you can just tell them about Bitcoin and say, "Oh, this is good." I send them some article and some good educational thing about it. But you don't have to tell them, "Oh, I have this amount, I have this." No, you don't have to do that. That's dangerous, you know. Like I wouldn't make any video on this if like if I just feel like I see the need, the necessity to teach people about Bitcoin, but um I I shouldn't even do that, right? So, but I think the benefit of teaching is outweigh more than not teaching, right? Because I don't have a lot of Bitcoin anyway. I just work in a regular job. I'm not rich. I'm just a regular guy on YouTube. Um, I don't get into Bitcoin not earlier than 3 years ago, so I'm not an OG. I don't have that much. But I'm just saying is, um, it's good to teach others, right? Because especially people you love. But you don't have to, you know, brag about it, like how much you have, even if it's a few satoshis. If it's like, even if it's like a few million sats, don't tell anybody about it, because those, let's say, a million sat in the next 10 years is gonna be way more than what you think. Now I think it's close to 1,000, but now if a million sat goes to 10,000, a 10x from now it's 10,000, right? So it's crazy. So don't do that. What else? The last the last one is to panic sell your Bitcoin when the price crash. Right? A lot of people don't understand Bitcoin. They don't study it. They don't learn about it. They just buy it, make some money, and when the price crash, they panic and they sell. So that's the worst thing you can do. Never do that. Don't if you don't understand it, don't buy it. In the first place, study it. Right? Check on my blog. I do that blog in purposely just teach about Bitcoin. It's all about Bitcoin there. So I call it Bitcoin education, right, for the world. It's just PieCover.com, right? You go PieCover.com, you'll see everything you need. Yeah, everything you need. Um, Private keys, like Bitcoin education, what is Bitcoin, explanation, why it's good, how to use it, how to protect it, how to save it, how to run your node. So many things about it. Why it's scarce, why it's valuable, why it's better than investment in a house, why it's better than this and that, um, retirement on it, how to retire on like Bitcoin ETF, and all of those things. I use like how to use Bitcoin to make a down payment in a house, and like many things, protection against and like money debasement and things like that. Anyways, you should study, you should do research, you should um, learn, because learning is the biggest, right, um, power, right? Knowledge is power. It's like Bitcoin is information. It's a knowledge, right? So knowledge become money, and if you have that knowledge, you can be the richest person in the world just with the knowledge. So that's the future we're in. We're in a information age, right? The information is the money now. So you need to understand this. Once you grab this idea of understanding, of learning, then you will have all the power you need to succeed. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. I hope you never get scammed yourself. You never scam yourself. I hope you never make those mistakes. Right? Those are 10 things you should never do, and you should learn how to master bet the better ways to never lose your Bitcoin. Because you lose your Bitcoin, you're gonna regret it for a long time. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And I will see you again. I will definitely see you again because I love you all, guys. Thank you for watching.